Okay, hopefully you guys can see me. Hello, and oh my goodness, I started Roblox. Great. I just started my son's game. All right, canceled. Hello, and welcome to another stream. Yay! I am so excited to hopefully wrap this one up today. So I did some work on this one with you guys. I think it was on Friday evening. And so now I'm hoping to finish it up. So this is a commission of Harley, and so the request was to make it holiday themed, and so it's from the Harley's Little Black Book series, and it's her Harley's Little Black Book Holiday Edition. Hello, Gabriel. Welcome to the stream. Yay, I'm glad you could make it. Happy Sunday. Hello, River Dragon. I hope everyone has had a great weekend so far. I have spent most of the weekend in bed, not feeling too great. I get migraines and I had a nasty one all weekend. So I am hoping to not seem like the living dead today, even though I've spent most of the day in my pajamas. Stever, hello! Welcome to the stream. Yes, I'm happy I'm feeling better too. Yesterday was not fun. I spent the whole day in my pajamas and sunglasses. Hello, Tanis. Welcome to the stream. I hope you all have had a good weekend though. All things considered. Yes, it was not a pretty sight. If you want to see what I looked like, Steve, I posted it in Boop Squad. Hello, Mocap. Ah, you're here. Hello, Hardcore Cosplay. So this piece is for it's Hardcore Cosplay. Yes. Yes. Hey, Keeman. Yeah, I still have a headache, but it's not, it's tolerable, Kylie. It's not, death and feeling horrible. Oh no! Hi, Adam! Okay, I do have another side light to help with the, colors, and so you guys can hopefully see a bit more. Hello, Benny! Thank you for the follow! Hello, Keith. Oh, okay, I see. That's awesome. Yes, it's a sunglasses off headache. Hello, Bernard. Has anyone here had something? I was looking it up to try to figure it out, but it almost seems like NyQuils can kind of give you a weird hangover the following day. I did not take more than you're supposed to. I just took 2 NyQuil last night because they are supposed to help a little bit with Chinook headaches if you take them the night before. So I tried that, and all day today I've had such a hard time like moving. I'm just like so groggy and tired and awful feeling, and I don't like it. Yeah, they sure can. Yeah, I just feel weird, like just not normal, and kind of all I want to do is lie in bed. Yeah. Yes, I get the Canuck headaches like really bad, but then I already have migraines, so yes, it's not a happy couple situation between me and migraines and then the Chinook headaches. It's the worst. I hate it. Okay, so I am hoping to actually wrap this one up today. So I am going to really try to get all the coloring done and be finished with this one, and then move back to the Witchblade. I don't like nightmares that make you drowsy for that reason, but sometimes they make my body sleep but my mind's still like, oh yeah, that's super weird. Sorry, Kylie. Hello, Project Dream. NyQuil punch. No, you are more than welcome to distract me. That's no problem. I don't think that it's going to be hard to finish this one up. But I'll show you guys where I'm at with the background of Witchblade. So after the stream on Friday, and once I sort of could handle some light, I worked on this one yesterday. So here's where this one is at. I've done most of the background. I haven't put in any white yet or any of the colored pencil that I was planning to do, but this is where the background is at. So what I'm gonna do as far as the dress is I'm gonna scan it as it is now, and I'm gonna send it to Harv with a red dress in there and then a white dress, and he can see which one he likes better. With something that's such a big commission like this, it is nice to actually be able to know what you're doing. And I've noticed that a lot of other artists that I admire will do kind of a digital test run sometimes before they really get into the traditional coloring. And that's something I've never really done before. I kind of just, wing it on the paper. But for a decision between white dress or red dress, you kind of have to know, and it would be nice to know what it's gonna look like. So I'm going to color it digitally and show Harv what it looks like with the full red dress or the white, and he can tell. Of course, it's not gonna be perfect. It's not gonna be exactly shaded or anything like that. I'm just gonna do a flat red and a flat white, and he can decide. Oh, hello, Tanis missed it and missed the stream on Friday. Oh, that's fine. We got into a big eggnog debate. Rihanna, hello. And Kara's here, Kylie's here. This is amazing. I'm so happy that you all could make it. Thank you so much. Yes, we had a big eggnog debate. All right, so this is the dress. This is where I'm at. The background is, for all intents and purposes, done. I may darken a bit more here and there just to give it a little bit more of a darker look. But yeah, I put the shading on the dress, on the floor under her, and I made it so that it kind of trails off the page a little bit. So that's where I'm at right now with this. I may make the tile alternating kind of like a checkerboard, but again, I don't have to do all of that all in one shot like I'm so intense with skin about. Skin, I will never go back in and fix something unless it's just to put a hard shadow. Otherwise, don't touch the skin. If you need to do some adjustments, do them with colored pencil or even watercolor if you're using the right kind of paper. Because they don't actually create that weird water line that wet Copic on top of dry Copic makes. It doesn't look good. So just if you care about the skin being smooth, don't touch it again. For anything else, if it doesn't really matter that you have that perfectly smooth line, then you can go back in. So with the background, I can go back in and keep messing with it. So I'm not too worried. Okay. Eggnog, pumpkin nog. All right. Benny, hi. Thank you so much for following me here and coming here to ask the questions. You'll also get, a lot of the people on the feed here are also really good with a lot of these things and actually have more knowledge than me on some of the tools. So it's really great that you're here, and it's a good place to ask questions. Okay, so let's see what you got. The Wacom tablet with 3 bonus software included. From what I can see, it has 4-star reviews. Oh, but you're concerned about some of the 1-star reviews? Battery-free pen. I'm trying to see what the issue is. Well, I'm not going to be able to look over all the reviews, and I haven't used all of the Intuos tablets, but I would, I generally pretty much like all Wacom tools. I haven't tried like their bamboo or their lower end ones. There's a few things that I would say are the kind of the least you should have if you're getting this for your son to draw, which you are, and that's awesome. Good dad props right there. 1024 levels of pressure sensitivity is important. A lot of other ones don't have 1024, and I don't know, I've tried some of them, and where you can't necessarily always tell the pressure sensitivity levels, I'd say 1024 is the lowest you want to go. So just make sure it has 1024 levels of pressure sensitivity. And then Intuos you really can't go wrong with. Their customer service is really good. Intuos is better than, say, the Wacom Bamboo, which I think is in the 900 or 600 levels of pressure sensitivity. I'm not sure. I haven't really used it. But I would say stick to the Intuos. And, oh, it has 496 levels. Well, then, yeah, you're completely fine. And I wouldn't worry about the 1-star reviews. If you have any trouble getting the tablet to work, you can call Wacom, and they're very helpful. My tablet here that I use was not being recognized by Photoshop, by Windows. And so there are some issues like that. But when you call them, they'll walk you through it, and they really are helpful. So I highly recommend Wacom just in general. Yeah, exactly. I agree with Tranquil Mist here, Benny. Yay, I'm glad. And like you saw, Benny, there's so many people on here that know a lot of the tablets more than I do. So you get a lot more help. And at least it's an immediate answer. Whereas, yeah, messaging me on Facebook or anywhere else is like, you know, we'll be waiting for a while. Yeah, I agree with you, Steve. And honestly, I got my first Intuos tablet in 1998, I think. I think that's when it was. And I used Intuos from 1998 straight until 2017 when I switched to a Cintiq. And honestly, there's nothing wrong with my Intuos tablet. It's in my drawer, and I'm keeping it as a backup in case my Cintiq is ever having trouble. I can switch to the Intuos. So, the only reason why I upgraded was because I wanted to, and because I thought that I could make the jump to digital coloring if it was right in front of me, which made a massive difference. But my Intuos is sitting right there. Never has a single Intuos broken on me in the nearly 20 years that I used them. And yeah, they are incredible, and they work so well. I've dropped water on them. I've moved with them. My cat has, you know, made it his napping spot, and they're indestructible. Yeah. And see, I've never tried any of the other ones, the Huon, the UG. I've never tried them, so it's a great place to get information on some of the other brands. Yeah, they way outlast the machines they're plugged into. That's right. Okay, so this side of her hair is black, and this side of her hair is white. So I'm gonna go through and do all the black now, and then I'll go and do all the red next. So right now I'm using T5, which is toner gray. And this is just my preference, as I really like the toner grays for any of the black areas. So Black Cat's suit. Harley's black side of her suit. Lady Death's black latex. Anyone who's wearing black but you need the varying levels of gray in order to get that shade look, I always use the toner grays for those. Yeah, she did, Philip. And yes, it's bingo time. Whoop whoop. So guys, I apologize if I'm a little slow on the mental draw today. I only took the amount that I was supposed to. They give you, you know, they're in the little teeny NyQuil blister packs and it comes with the 2 little things, and I only took that and I went to bed. I took it last night at like midnight, but I'm still feeling the effects of it. So if I'm a little slow and whatever, I apologize. I'm having some weird NyQuil issues. And maybe I should never take that again. Ever. Not for me. I do find that Dayquil really helps me with Chinook headaches though, so I figured I'd be, yeah, a little bit. Some blonde moments for me. Yes, it's bingo time because I list out the colors that I use and they all do sound like bingo, that I'm calling out bingo names or bingo letters. So right now I'm using a lighter color, and I will go over it with colored pencil afterwards. But I find that just it gets me started. It's a good starting point, and this is not too dark that the white colored pencil won't shine on it. Okay, Keenan. Yeah, it's so painful. For some reason, it gives me the worst headaches. Yep, yesterday and today have just not been good days for me. I've been kind of out of commission. But I motivated and got dressed half an hour ago for the show. Oh, that sounds so yummy, Philip. All right, so I'm just gonna start with this whole section and then I'll do the final section a little bit afterwards. Yeah, we do. Oh, I don't know, Arrow. I didn't see it. Twitch streamed in my pajamas. I'm not dressed up, I'm just dressed. I'm really not trying to like show up in my pajamas half dead and my hair just looking like Cruella de Vil. That's just a little too embarrassing. I have some girly pride to deal with. Sunglasses would be fine too. Oh my god, that sounds like an amazing shirt, Kylie. Well, it's gonna be like that time Dan got on the stream and told you I wasn't wearing any pants. Okay, now I'm jumping to T8 here. Too much info, right? Hello, Chromophage. Yeah, don't get the neutrals, Kylie. I had the neutrals and I got rid of them, so I don't recommend them. They're kind of not necessary if you already have the T's, the C's, and the W's. Don't get the N's. They were the first ones that I bought, and I realized I just never used them. And honestly, to me, they seem almost like the cool grays, but not quite as cool, so why? I'm going to turn off this light right here because it's making me cast a shadow. All right, see you in a few, Kylie. All right, so I'm just blending some of the 8 back in. It helps to smooth the darker transition lines. So I'm just getting this part done. And then here. So this is the part I really don't want to mess up, because the last thing I need is to drag a big bunch of this T8, which is almost black, into her chin. So I'm being kind of careful right here. Go. All right, and then this side of her suit is black, so I'm going to do the same thing and start with the T3. And the diamond right here is a red diamond. So I need to be careful with the black that I don't fill it in. On this side, it's a black diamond, but red isn't going to make it so that I can't get the black to show through, right? The black will just cover it all, so I'm not as concerned. Hey, Scott! Okay, now I'm jumping up to T6 right now. Whoops, I took T8. Okay, T6. More bingo time. Okay, and I'm just gonna do T6 right on top of itself right here, and then I'm gonna jump up to T8. All right, and now I'm doing the forearm. Same basic concept. I'm filling everything with T3 first. And I use the brush tip side, and that's just personal preference. I know I've explained that to a lot of you that have been on here with me many times, and I love you all a ton. Thank you so much for being here. For anyone new, the Copic marker, and I use the Copic sketch markers, and they have a brush tip and a chisel tip. For the most part, I use the brush tip, and again, that's just personal preference. I do know many artists that use the chisel tip and use the original Copic markers or the touch markers. There's a lot of different types. It's just for me, I prefer using the Copic sketch markers with the brush tip. So now I'm just laying down some of the form of her forearm, which will help in leaving certain portions that are going to be the pops of highlight. The parts of her arm that would be catching the light more than the other portions of her body. And so like right here, there's a muscle in your forearm, and then there's a little indentation, and this is where your elbow is, and there's a bone that runs all the way to your wrists. And so that's the indentation I'm leaving is in between the bone and the muscle. And I can't necessarily name off every single bone and the names of them, but I do know where they are. Hey, Sketching! Oh, I'm glad you're enjoying it, Harkle. Then all these parts, I'm covering it up and making it completely in shadow, because the present, her hand and the little foof of fur right there would be creating a shadow on her forearm right there. Oh, see you later, Chicago. Have a good night and have a great week. So now I'm switching back to T3 to blend into the 6 a little bit. Now I'm not trying here to have a perfect blend, because latex and leather, if you're trying to make it look more shiny, it's better if the transitions from highlight to shadows are a little bit starker and less blended. Really extreme blends are for, softer cloth, like matte cloth, like say my shirt for instance is not shiny, so the transition from light to dark is a lot more gradual. But in something where it's shiny, it really picks up that light. It gets that glossy, smooth surface that picks up the light a ton. Aw, I love you, Dan and Lyndon. Mwah. You're awesome, Harkle. I'm so glad that you get to be on the stream today and see your piece being finished. It's so fun to have the person that I'm drawing for on the stream. I love it. Aw, kisses to Lyndon. Lyndon, for anyone who doesn't know, is my 8-year-old son. He's downstairs with my husband, and they are doing their workout on Sunday together. And Dan is teaching Lyndon how to do pull-ups. And Lyndon is amazing at them. He can do more pull-ups than I can. Hey, John! All right, now I'm switching to T8, which is the darkest one that I'm using for this piece, to get in those amazing shadows. And I'm gonna be going over the fur at the very end and using the either the Copic Opaque White Paint or the white Jelly Roll pens by Sakura. And I'll be using that to make the fur go back over the black and the red of her suit. Yeah, exactly. Lyndon really is Kara. He's a little badass. And Vienna, our 13-year-old daughter, wants to go to a Shawn Mendes concert with her friends later on in the year. And so Dan told her, well, if she wants us to pay for it, she needs to work out 3 times a week, one of which is with Daddy, to get taught how to have proper form and be safe while exercising. So Dan is amazing and is keeping us all fit. I am the worst offender and I'm such a couch potato, so I'm trying to do a little better in that. Oh my God, Brandy, hello, I miss you too. Lots of love to you, hun. And for anyone who is taking part in any of the Lady Death Kickstarters, Brandy Coffin right there is one of the people to give mad props to, because she manages and runs a lot of the Kickstarter shipping and the warehousing and all of that. So lots of love and applause to Brandy for doing so good and making sure that Coffin Comics Kickstarters get to everyone without any damage, because wow, the Coffin Comics shipping is amazing and second to none. And they are epic. So Brandy, mad props to you, love. Oh, hello, it's Big Wang Bai. All right, I do believe that I saved a reference picture of Harley, and I'm making sure that her top is indeed black here, and yes, it is. Phew. Or I would have just really screwed up. So yes, this whole section is also black. So I am gonna be doing that now. And I'm just going to trail off the colors like so. So it's not black ink all the way to a hard edge. I like it if it kind of just sort of goes softly off the page. You know, I don't know how to say the EOJS Mada, not that much trial and error. I mean, it takes a little while to feel comfortable with Copic Marker, but it's not like the first time you use it, it's gonna be a travesty or anything like that. If you're used to using even just shading with pencil, like graphite shading, you'll have the same, it's the same basic understanding. It's the same basic usage. So, you know, start shading with pencils, then move to colored pencil, then move to just grays in Copic Marker, and then start adding color. And it's a very smooth transition, and I don't think there's any time where you're like, oh my god, I can't use this. It's pretty easy and fun. So I wouldn't psych myself out, and don't psych yourself out when it comes to using Copic Marker. Yes, it takes a little while to get comfortable with adding color to things and how to do the shading of them, because some colors don't really work well together in Copic Marker. One will lighten the other, or it just kind of messes with it a little bit. But start with the grays and you'll be completely fine. Yes, some of the new pictures have come up, Dan. It's awesome. Guys, today Dan took all the pictures that I've been setting aside in a folder for him to get ready for the slideshow, because Dan made a Photoshop action because he's a wizard about that kind of stuff. But yes, there's new art in the slideshow, so definitely take a peek. Yes, I agree with Kylie. Paper matters with Copic marker. Hello, Mitz Klein. Okay, I got mad distracted, so I'm gonna go back now to shading here. So on this side, on her top, there is no red diamonds or anything like that. So I'm just going to fill the whole area with color. Ooh, and I still see a little bee right there. So I'm gonna move that bee out of the way. I wrote in pencil all around. I don't know if you guys can see this, but I wrote black, red, red, black, red. You know, I put all little pencil tags everywhere so that I would color everything right. Mitz Klein, thank you so much for the follow. Hypno Sherlock. Oh my God, you did, Hans? How glorious is the paper? Very smooth, Dan. You do that too, Central Park. Yay. Michael's online. Okay. Best place in Calgary for Copics. You know, the best place to get them, they're not necessarily the best price though, but the place with the best selection is 100% the, what's it called again? Kensington Art Supply. It's down by IKEA. And it is amazing. They have, I think, all the Copic colors, but if you are gonna collect them slowly, I would recommend that you go to Michael's and use the Michael's 50% off coupon day and get them there. Yeah, Kensington Art Supply is amazing. So I go back and forth with Copic marker. I find that you can break the rule that you learned with Crayola markers to go always in the same direction, and with Copic marker, go in a few different directions because it'll blend it. Kylie, I need to get you some Cougar Super Smooth at some point. I'm gonna get you some. Somehow. Kylie's going Cougar. Nice, Tom. Oh, thank you, Harkle. Nice, Adam. Hello, Captain American. Oh, lots of love to you too, Brandy. Thank you for stopping in for a few minutes. Chromophage. It really depends on where you live. But my website does do tracking. So if you want, when you get an email from my website saying, you know, you can follow your piece here, just click on that link, and it'll keep you updated as far as where your package is, etc. But in the US, you can expect it to arrive between, I think it's 5 and 7 business days. For worldwide, I'm not entirely sure. All right, so now I'm putting in the darkest color that I use, which is T8 for this one. Sometimes I'll go all the way up to T10, which is like black, but not always. I don't think it's always necessary, and in some ways it's a little too much for some pieces. And I have found that with the really, really dark Copic markers, probably because it requires so much tone in the alcohol solution, it's kind of a little bit more like a jello-y substance that sits on the top of the paper. So that's why I'm a little bit more cautious with the really deep dark blacks, and I use like 8s and 9s more as the blacks. Chromophage, no, it ships from Chicago, so you'll get it from there. I don't know if you guys can hear the squeaking. If it really bothers you, I apologize. It doesn't pick up on the stream? Okay. Oh, thank you, Samobu. It's so nice to see you on here, love. Purple is your favorite color, Harkle? Well, that's good to know. Because, yeah, we had talked about doing purple and green on the present. You hear it? Sorry. Oh, that is awesome. Good. Okay, so we will do green and purple for the present. Hello, Whittle Twee Frog. That's awesome. And it's funny, you make us all talk like that. It's hilarious. I missed whoever just followed me. It was disappearing as soon as I looked up, but thank you so much for the follow. Yeah, Harley cosplaying Wonder Booty was a really good idea. I think that was Tranquil Mist, Eric Larson's idea, and it's pretty freaking genius. Yeah, exactly. Okay, now I'm going to do her hair over here. So I can erase this. Once I start adding in the red, I think the whole piece is gonna come together. You know what? Mechanical pencils, you can get these at Staples, and they're just so awesome. And I'll admit, the actual plastic casing for it is pretty cheap and shitty, but the eraser itself is incredible. I love this eraser. So you can get the like eraser refills off of Amazon, for instance, with like, you can get a pack of 12 for super cheap. So these are just amazing. Oh, see you later, Hans. Have a good one. Okay, yes, I was gonna do hair over here. You know, you're right, Gabriel. I noticed that right when I was starting, and I need to fix that. So yes, I will. Thank you for the heads up. Oops. Okay, so I'm just using this to soften out some of this number 6 marker that I just used. All right, now I'm jumping up to 8. You know, Benny, that is a good question. At the moment, I am only doing a Lady Death cover before the end of the year. Then in December, it's working on all the commission winnings for you guys. And then I have a bunch of covers and work lining up for next year. But from now until December, I'm just working on a Lady Death cover starting next week. Sabrina is a great idea. Hey, Mark! No. Started using 6 again. Yes, you will see my work on Lady Death for sure. I will be starting in on it next week. So once the layouts are approved, I'll be doing the sketch and the final art and the coloring in varying stages on Twitch. Whoop whoop, because Brian gives me permission and I'm so grateful. What are we talking about? Oh, Harley cosplaying as Wonder Booty. Yeah, that would be fun. No, the cover that I'm working on this time for Lady Death is the 25th anniversary. So my deadline is December 1st, so I kind of need to hurry up and get an idea for starters, which I'm gonna work on tomorrow, and then work on the actual drawing and everything next week. Oh yeah, the Harley cosplaying as Wonder Booty. I think it's a great idea. You don't hear any music? According to my thing, it should be. It could be that maybe the music is a little lower today. I can turn up the volume if that's what everyone would like me to do for the music. Just let me know, because I know I've blasted people's ears out before with the music by accident. Oh, thank you, Gabriel. Yeah, I'm always a little nervous. You never know what everyone else is sending in as well. Oh, that's awesome, Yo-Yo. I can't wait as well. That's a good goal, Kylie. And it's most certainly not out of reach, in my opinion. Okay, so I'm gonna wait on doing the black for right here until the red is down, because black is a little bit risky to put down first. So I'm gonna start in on the reds. So I have all my red colors ready. I just need to refill garnet real quick. Oh, that's awesome, Samo Boo. Aw, thank you, Bernard. All right, so I have R39. Here we go. Just a quick refill here on this particular marker. Oh, sweet, Kylie. That's awesome. All right, so I need to start being careful with my fingers because they are getting all messed up. All right, so I start with this one. It's Prawn. It's R24. And it's one of those markers I've really used to death. So the brush tip has its own little beard going on, and it looks really ridiculous. All right, and now I'm switching to strong red. It's R46. Oh no, I'm so sorry, Kylie. So I'm blending the R24 back in. pretty much to itself right there. All right, now I'm using R39, which is, it's called Garnet, and it's kind of like a deep maroon tone, but not as dark as the dark red that I'll be using next. All right, and now I'm using R46, which is the strong red, and I'm blending the edges of the R39, which is Garnet. So I always do that. With any marker that I use, if I add in a new color, I use the old color and blend it back into itself, and it helps to soften any transition lines from one color to the next. I hope that makes sense. The bingo game is all of the Copic tones that I'm using. Yolanda, I am using Cougar Super Smooth, and I love this paper. It's just, it's a little hard to get everywhere. Alright, I need to do a little more erasing, clean up some lines here. So I'm using the lightest tone again with this one. It's R24. And this is the marker that a few months ago, when I was doing some of my first Copic coloring streams on Facebook Live, I went into this big long lecture for everybody of like, don't fill your Copics with the wrong refill. Never do it. It's a huge bummer. Be really, really careful. While at the same time as those words are coming out of my mouth, I am refilling this one with the wrong freaking color, like an idiot. So it was so embarrassing. So anyway, it's taken me quite a while to get this back to the tone that I use it for. So I actually have not had the pleasure of using this marker for quite a while, at least not to its full capacity as the color it's supposed to be, which is, it's called Prawn, so it's kind of like an orange red. So anyway, it's just I'm just starting to use it again, and basically I didn't want to flood the marker with the wrong with the right color and ruin all, or like waste all the red that I had put in this. So I filled it with the red as opposed to the prawn. So I've just been using it as a red for a while and refilling it with its proper color this whole time. So I've been flushing it by using it as opposed to just flushing it all out. This is R24. And the reason why I liked this one is you can go to pink with, as like a lighter tone. So I do have like a color called Light Prawn, which is this one, and it's a lot more of a pink tone. See the difference between the two? This is R22, this is R24. It's called Light Prawn, but it's quite a bit more pink than, or like a very psychedelic salmon color. And so you can go to like a light pink as for a highlight on red. I prefer the orangey version if you're going for like a really strong, bright, royal red, as it were. I use this one as like the lightest tone, and then you can go in and add white on top of it as opposed to going to pink. But that's just a personal preference thing, and I'll do it the pink way as well sometimes. It just really depends. All right, so now I'm using R46, which is strong red. And I'm kind of doing the same basic thing that I did on the arm over on the other side. And a lot of the shadows, the shadowy tones that I use for the reds that I work with are in the maroon, so you kind of more of a bluish undertone, like a cold red for the shadows, and then I use the really warm orangey red as a highlight, and it does help to make it look really strong and bold, for lack of a better word. Yeah, they have actually a whole explanation on Copic.com, I think, where they explain the theory behind their tone and all the codes that they have for all the colors and what each number means and everything like that. I've read their whole thing on Copic. But I've never really spent a lot of time trying to actually understand it. So for me, that's why I use the hex chart, and I adore the hex chart because it's just so much easier than trying to go by the Copic coding system that they have for their marker colors. And then even their color charts are, again, done by code as opposed to visible shade. So it's a little confusing, and I find the hex chart by Sandy Alnock just worlds easier to use. Hello, Calgary boy. I was kind of dead yesterday and most of today, but I'm feeling better now. The Chinook headaches were the worst this week. Just the worst. Yeah, Chinook headaches. So bad. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry you have one as well. Ugh, they're so bad. Yes, they're from the weather change, and Calgary has such erratic weather that and such extreme changes from freezing cold to really hot, and they are so bad. Pizza raid? Oh, you guys don't get them? Oh, that would be glorious. All right, now I'm gonna use my very darkest red that I have. It's R89 and it's called Dark Red. And it is very dark. It's the closest red I have to actually almost being black. Yeah, this was brutal. I was in bed all day yesterday. I was useless. So I kind of use this one in the center of where I already have some dark shades, but I just want to make it just that little bit darker. Oh, thank you for the follow, Samoboo. Lipstick red. You know what? I've heard of that one, but no, I don't have it. Thank you. Oh, and Cannon Doll, thank you so much for the follow as well. All right, so now that I've got this side is done and I'm working with the reds, I'm gonna go ahead and put in the red diamond on this side of her outfit. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna follow the light and the shading that I've put in on this side with the black, and I'm gonna follow it with the red. So that, you know, it's clearly on the same piece of cloth getting all the same light. Oh, thank you, Cannon Doll. I really appreciate it. So this is a commission I'm working on right now. I drew it on Friday on the stream, and I'm doing the coloring today, which is the fun part. So, like usual, I always have the first color to blend the second color. And then the third color I will blend with the second color. And you kind of just go in a line like that. And it helps everything to be blended as smoothly as possible. Now, granted, with latex, I don't like to blend it perfectly. With skin, you want to really get in there and make it as blended and smooth as you can, unless you're going for a non-blended look. Mechanical Pencils, thank you for the follow as well. So, like I just put down the G39, which is called Garnet, and now I'm using the red that I had down first, and I'm blending the garnet on the edges back into the red. And I just use that method with everything, and you just blend the edges back into the previous color. And you just keep adding it and blending it and blending it, and then you get a smooth tone. Okay, now I'm using the red again, a little bit more blending. And there we go. So that part is finished, and then I'll do the black on that side. But for now, I want to go in and start doing her hair, because that looks like it's going to be way fun. Oh, thank you for the host, Cannon Doll. That's so nice of you. Yeah, this is 100-pound cover paper, so it's pretty thick. I wouldn't be ready, that's for sure, if I was celebrating it this week. So one thing I always do when I'm coloring with Copic marker and doing hair is I try to keep the direction of my markers and the flow of my hand following the flow of the hair. So because there's always that small amount of lines that you can actually see in the marker, so it helps to make it look like hair if you're following the flow with the direction of your hand. Okay, when you draw cover on the paper with templates printed, do you draw only in the middle square? Oh, okay. Kylie, the way that the paper works, and you know what, I have some right here, so I can explain it real quick. All right, so this is some, I'm gonna just move this. All right, this is Canson drawing paper that you can get. I got this stuff at Michael's. Now, I'm a paper diva, as you guys know. This has too much texture on the paper. I very much dislike this paper. Not all Canson paper, I do like some, but this paper is, I don't care for it. But that being said, this is your standard comic art board. There are 3 lines all the way around the edges of the page. So it goes all the way around, right? So I'll just show you right here. This, where's a pencil? All right, just getting a pencil real quick. What on earth? Art is my job. Where are my pencils? Okay. So this right here, this inner line is the safety zone. That means if you have someone going like this and they've got all this power coming out of their hand and the top of their head is right here, you want to make sure that anything that's important to the piece, to the art itself, to actually being on the printed cover is in this section, okay? Then everything that's going all the way to the edge right here, that means it's actually going to be on the cover. For the most part, with some shifting, so it can't be important stuff. No important shit here. So no important stuff in there, okay? And here, important shit. All right, this right here, this particular section, in between the edge of this line and this one. So it's the thinnest line over there. that is specifically as the bleed margin. That means that most likely, almost to 100% chance that it's gonna get cut off on the book, because most books are going to be pretty much standard. Comic book is that the art bleeds to the very edge. There's no white border around artwork. That it also goes for art prints, unless you're doing a white border on a bigger piece of paper or whatever. For the most part, everything is cut straight to the edge. So you have to print all the way outside of the margins and they get cut. So this is the cut line. That means color outside of that, but put nothing in there that's important because it's going to be cut off of the comic book. So yeah, that's what these lines are for. So in the template that I have these lines in my template, but my actual printed cover art, no, you're not going to be able to see it here. Let me see. Okay, but for my pages that I've made, I only have the exterior line because I have these on my template that I print out big, which I'll be sending you, but this, I don't have it on there because I don't like having to erase all of this shit off the paper. Technically, it's non-photo blue, it won't show up, but you still have to erase it off the paper. So it's annoying and I don't use it. So that's why mine has just the exterior border, because that's my preference, right? I don't like all the other stuff, but you need to have this in there, and you need to know where the important shit has to be, where the no important shit part is, and where it's not gonna ever even get printed part is. So that's what all of these lines mean. Does that make sense? And Airbrush Vigilante, yes, I do wear art gloves like this, but I also wear running sleeves that have the gloves already in them. But I always wear some kind of thumb hole glove. I know. Clear as mud. I'm so sorry. When I send it off digitally, yes, I cut it to the very exterior line. That is correct. And then I send that off for print. And then, you know, the extra for, you know, where it says Don McTeigue and what it was for, that's for the original piece of artwork so that there is a printed record of what it was for. So when the person buys said original art, it has the information at the top. And then if they sell it in 40 years for tons more, hope, there's still the record of what it was for written on the actual original artwork. You wear thumbhole sleeves too? They are the best. Okay, back to coloring. This is what I'm here for. So, you know, asking me questions on the stream is the place to get me if you have art-related questions, printing-related questions, all of that stuff. This is where to ask me. So you got me at the perfect place, Kylie, because also I can show it here while I'm talking. For me trying to like write that out and explain it on Messenger would be impossible. So I'm glad you asked me here. Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad you get what I'm saying, Tom. Yeah, guys, I think Kara and Kylie take decent notes, or maybe it's mostly just Kylie takes the notes. So yeah, you guys can bug her. Hello, Karen Comics. Yeah, visually, it's so much easier to explain. So, yes, this is the place to ask me questions like that. In other words, Kylie, no apologies necessary. Yeah, that is true. It's not 11 by 17 anymore, but it is the size that they need. Like for a comic book cover, it is already the size, you know, the aspect ratio of it is the proper size. So like, even though all comic board is printed on 11 by 17 paper, the actual lines inside are not perfectly 11 by 17, but it's like 4 times bigger than an actual comic book anyway, so you don't really have to worry about it. They're gonna be shrinking it down. It's only for prints that you would want them to be a little bit bigger than 11 by 17, so then I have a template for that and I just prepare it as such. I do my, like when I'm preparing something for a print, it's like 11.025 by 17.025, so I re-put in that bleed margin. How did I get into comics? I was always into comic books for the artwork, and then a friend of mine started a comic book company and asked me if I would be interested in doing, helping her turn some of her novels into comic books. So that's how I got my start, and then from there started working with other companies, doing interiors and covers for other people, stuff like that. And so it kind of, you know one person, then you go to another comic book convention and meet someone else, and it kind of slowly grows from there. Calgary Boy 40, I have, if you scroll down, I actually have a list of all of the tools that I use, and so it has the paper right there, and it's a little easier to be to see the list of stuff, but I use something called Cougar Super Smooth. Yes, I am published, correct. I've done work for DC, I've done work for Valiant Comics, Zenescope, Aspen Comics, Rothic Comics, Lady Death, Dark Horse and Dynamite. I'm trying to remember, but yes, I've done a lot, and I'm very honored to have been able to work with a lot of different people, and it is so much fun. Hardly, Gabriel. I'm trying. Just keep going. Just keep swimming. All right, most of you probably don't have little kids and don't have Nemo memorized. Image, that's right. Thank you, Kara. How could I forget? I need to erase that red tag right there. Everyone remembers that. Okay. Right? Okay, for more bingo, I'm using R39 right now. Oh my god! It went with the brush over there. I could have just ruined her face. Oh my god! I just dropped the brush. Okay, I'm freaking out a little bit. Yeah, heart attack. That was the worst. I have had times where I've dropped the brush and it's just landed in the wrong place and ruined everything. I know. I'm so sorry, Harkle. That would have been so bad. Not good. I'm so sorry, everybody. I don't know what happened. My hand just decided to have a spaz attack. Lol. Okay, I'm gonna move this a little tiny bit and rotate just so you, my hand isn't in the way of what you're trying to see, just because of exactly where I'm coloring this time. So yeah, sorry about all the moving all around, but now you'll see a little better. Yeah, +1 for digital art, agreed. Yeah, right? I'm so sorry, everybody. That was such an unnecessary heart attack to give you all. What a fail. Oh, hello, K-Dalla. Yeah, right? Give everyone a scare for the day. That could have so easily landed right on her face. It landed like this. It was actually off the screen so you guys couldn't see, but it landed just like that. I mean, it could have gone so terribly wrong. Yeah, right. You and me both, Kylie. Oh, okay. I am actually done with Sherlock's picture. I finished it and sent it off right after the stream on Friday. I just don't know if I can post it. I'd imagine I can, but, you know, I'll check. I can show you guys the sketch, though. I actually have, okay, it's a very rough sketch right here because the final drawing is in my scanner, which is on the other side of the... It's on the other side over there of my desk. But this is the sketch. So it's going to be Let It Snow, and he's pushing a snow globe off the table. You know how cats are always pushing stuff off counters, right? So he's pushing a snow globe off the table, and he's saying, let it snow. So that's what it is. And then this was me just trying to work through his body shape and figure out a style for Sherlock, because I'm not a pet artist. I'm not a cartoonist. I'm none of the above when it comes to cat drawings. Okay, what it's for is that I was asked by Fan Expo, the convention, to draw a Christmas card for them to have for sale at the holiday market here in Calgary. So they're just trying it out. They said they're asking a few artists to do some Christmas cards for them. It can't be anything copyrighted, obviously, because it's just for the convention to sell. So that's why, well, Sherlock is not my cat, is my cat, so I can draw him. So I figured he would be the perfect subject to use for a Christmas card. So yes, he does look way too happy, but Levi, he's pushing a snow globe off a desk to let it shatter on the ground and let it snow. So I figured Sherlock would be quite pleased with himself for being such a asshole. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. Yes, he's happily wrecking the globe. Yes, a brat. That's a good one. So, yeah, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna post it in Boop tonight, so you guys can see it, and then I'll find out what the deal is with me posting it everywhere. I'd imagine I can, because it's not a secret, but usually with publishers you wait until they post it, but with this I don't really know how it works. Oh yay, I'm glad you like it, Harkle. Or I'm glad you think your friend will love it. Deadpool Sherlock, yeah, see, I can't do that. Deadpool is copyrighted. But if people really like it, maybe I'll do more Sherlock cards, because Dan has some awesome ideas for Sherlock cards. So yeah, I'm gonna try it. Yeah, he is getting his revenge. And it's like the first time in ages that my kids have a vested interest in what I'm drawing, so I'm having fun. Oh, that is awesome, Kylie. Oh, that's great, Bernard. Thank you. I'm sorry I missed a bunch of comments here. I'm trying to catch up right now. Oh, that is so cool. Your dogs and cats are like all calm and stuff, Kylie. That's amazing. I tried the other day to have Sherlock sit on my lap to just get some pets, but no, he wants to sit next to me, but not on my lap. You know, I really want to be like Dr. Evil and have the cat on my lap that I can pet, but no. quick, April. Oh, that's so great. Okay, quick check on what the Jingle Bell bands look like. Oh, so they're black. All right. So for starters, I'll do the black right here. I don't know if I want to do black on these ones, or maybe I'll do this one red and that one black. So at least there's, you know, the crossover is still happening all over the place. Oh, yay, I'm glad you like that. Oh, thank you, Bernard. Oh, see you later, Eric. All right, so I think right here I would see a little bit of her arm. It doesn't just disappear back there, so I will put that in shortly. But for now, I'm gonna work on the little jingle lines and the one around her neck, which technically I think is supposed to be red on one side and black on the other. Okay, now T8 for the shadow here. Oh, no, I do them digital, Airbrush Vigilante. I mean, it depends. There's a couple times that I've done traditional for comic book covers, but for the most part, I scan the line art and color it digitally. Hi. Oh, yay, I'm glad you like the jingle bells in her hair. We don't have a villain for Waffle Man. Dr. Vegetables, that's true. It depends, Gabriel Black. You know, I need to look into where everything is at, and we're gonna take care of all of that soon. There are some that will be reprinted and some not. Oh, thank you, Airbrush. All right, let's get the lines on her little jingle balls put in here. Direction on that one. Oh, it's hilarious, Kylie. Oh, that sounds so yummy. Man. I made waffles last week, but this week the kids had cereal. And I was sick in bed. You hate maple syrup? Oh my god. Yes, bad Canadian. Fail. Is it just the taste that you don't like, or do you not really like sweet things in general, Nicole? Cereal is good. Yeah, and you know what? We got this, like, chocolate peanut butter Cheerios. They were so good. I'd say between waffles and French toast, I'm way more of a French toast person myself. I love French toast. Yeah, right, Levi? That sounds so good, Kylie. again. I've never had chocolate crackles. Don't know what they are. I know, you know what? I went to 7-Eleven and they didn't have it anymore, Philip. I'm so sad. I knew the day was gonna come, but you know what? I was really hoping it wouldn't be this soon. It's for the best, man, because I'm being such a, like, sugaraholic right now, but oh my god, I'm so sad. We have Count Chocula. Oh my god. I've never heard of that. Did you just literally make that up, Gabriel Black? That cereal's real? I have never ever heard of it before. Oh my god. I've never heard of it. Levi to Dawn Civil War. I'm sorry. I feel so stupid, but I've never heard of it. Oh, thank you, Nicole. Oh man, okay, I've got to try that because that sounds amazing. Right? I have not seen them here in Canada. Are they here, guys? Both, Kylie. Oh my god, okay, I'm gonna have to go to Co-op. I don't know what Kofa is. Okay, now I need to figure out where her shoulder would be and where her arm would go. It's pretty much right like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and line that in. Oh, it's Crisco. Yes, we have that. Okay, there we go. Now I'm gonna work on the fur trim and her skin. Oh, thank you, Mark. So I'm gonna put away all the black because I don't need it anymore, and I'm trying to clean up the mess that is my desk currently. Yeah, I'm not a huge Crisco user ever. So, and I didn't know that Kafra was Crisco. Learn something new every day. So I'm gonna start with the fur because I don't need tons of fur lines to give the impression and make it clear that this is fur. Oops, I'm sorry, I was off stream. I'll see you later, Bernard, and have a happy week. Enjoy your Monday. Don't have a case of the Mondays, and have a great week. Thanks for hanging out for a while. Sorry about moving the camera around and being off stream, you guys. That was uber lame. Oh, hey, Jason. Welcome to the stream. Woo-hoo-hoo. I'm glad you could make it. Big Wang, I am going to do it with shading. So yes, there will be, but not with a black line. Oh, yay. Thank you, Harkle. I'm so glad he likes it. So here there would be a bit more of a shadow from her arm right there. And then the rest will just be little bits to indicate fur. I need C4. Oh, cool. That's awesome, Harkle. So right now I'm using Cool Gray number 4, and I'm just adding a little bit more depth and tone to some parts of the fur. I don't want to make it all too dark because obviously it's supposed to be white fur trim, but putting in a few little pops of a much darker color helps to bring it out and give a bit more depth to the parts that are out and fluffy, as it were. Oh, awesome. Good for you, Hans. Oh, no, I am so sorry. Lori, have a good night. Lots of love to you. Oh, you like the pink gloves? I was almost thinking to not make them pink. All right, last little bit. Yeah, Cortana, new art, finally. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about the pink. To me, it looks like, I don't know, it's not my favorite. So I was wondering what everybody thought about me maybe changing them from pink to something else. Even just making them the alternating black and red, or I don't know. I've been on the fence about the pink gloves. Of course, there is something to be said for doing it right. Aw, thank you, Kylie. Okay, I'll think about it then, as far as the gloves. Yeah, you're right. Oh, thank you. That is so nice, Gabriel. Thank you so much. Okay, you could also just do no gloves. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll definitely think about it. I'm hoping to finish this whole thing on stream, but if for some reason I don't make it, I'll leave the gloves as the very, very last thing. Oh, thank you so much, Mark. That means a ton. Yay! Tom is back! Whoop whoop! Alright, I'm checking the little jingle ball colors. They are silver as well. Okay. Oh, and some they're red, some they're pink. That's good to know. All right, let's do her skin now. And then move on to some other fun parts. So for starters, because Harley is so very, very light toned, I use the cool gray markers. So it's the same colors, or the same gray that I've used for her fur trim, but obviously a little bit lighter so that it can have contrasts. So that's why I made the certain parts of the fur darker so that Harley's skin can still play off of it. And a little trick that I do with Harley is I add some purple. It's a very light, it's called blue violet. It's BV. And I'm using 00 and 000. At least that's my plan for now. And I add purple into her skin where there would be blush, and in other areas where it would normally be pink or red or brown in like a normally colored skin toned human, Harley is painted white, right? So I use purple to add a little bit of warmth into her skin, which is crazy because I usually use purple to add coolness into normal skin tone. It's kind of the exact opposite for Harley. And to me, I feel it makes her look a little bit less dead. So that's why I use the cool grays as her base skin tone and the blue violets, which it's basically just really, really, really freaking light purple. And I use these colors together to give her a little bit more tone, even just visual interest into her skin. Doing skin is the fun part for me, and so being able to add a little bit more warmth into Harley's skin, I think it looks better. Personal preference, it's just what I do. So anyway, let's start with the C00. So again, I'm gonna be saying C a lot. That is C for cool gray. It's a blue undertoned gray. Olivia, thank you for the follow. Hypno Sherlock. Okay guys, so all the time when I'm saying C gray, it's the cool grays. They are kind of bluish in their undertone. I don't use N's. I used to own the N's and I sold them because I just never found myself using them. I use the W's, the T's, and the C's. Oh, thank you, Tom. That means a lot. Yay! Okay, so C00 is the very, very lightest. It's the closest to clear that I have of the grays, and I believe it's the lightest that they make. God, I feel like I'm hearing something. Like there's someone in here. Sherlock? Sherlock! It's kind of creepy when it sounds like there's someone in here. Must be Sherlock. Oh, thank you, Olivia. All right, so I'm gonna need to be pretty careful, even though my colors are Copic safe and this paper is quite awesome. Copic is, for all intents and purposes, designed as a blending tool. It's for blending colors together to color something and give it shade and tone. So that's what they do, and when they're smearing your ink lines, they're technically doing their job, just a little too well. So around places like the eyelashes, where I have a lot of color, a lot of black in there because I just colored, or I just inked it all, I do like a little dab, dab, dab. Or right here, I'm gonna do a little dab, 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 just so that I'm not taking and pulling the ink lines with my color. I hope that makes sense. Because the last thing you want in the world is to end up with a huge smear of your ink lines all over her face. I've done it before. It's very sad when you get a big line of ink all across a face that you were just almost done with and you were kind of happy with it, and all of a sudden you just royally screwed it up. So I'm kind of careful in those areas, and I try not to do a lot of pulling because it's very sad. So I'm saturating her whole face with the C00. I think, I'm not entirely sure, but I do believe C00 is the lightest cool gray tone they sell. When you do one layer of the color on the paper, like here I'm really going over it and going over it again and then doing a whole nother, I'm really saturating the paper. But if you just go do a once over with the C00, it goes to pretty much completely clear. You can't see anything. So it's very light, and I think it's the lightest one they have. I would be surprised if there's a C 000. So the reason why I'm going over it a lot is because I want the paper to be really wet and saturated, but also it's kind of the way that you can go in and start planning out your shading and like where you're gonna put the deepest amount of color and stuff. And guys, I'm really, really sorry. I can't look up right now. I have to finish this. Once I start a face, I have to stick with it until it's done. But I will look up and catch all of your comments and questions as soon as I possibly can. If you want me to catch it, do what Kylie's done, and she's highlighted my name. So then when I go back through and check what I missed, I'll be able to answer you. And I'll do that as soon as I'm finished with the coloring of her face. So I don't need to do her makeup in the same segment. I just need to get her skin done in this particular segment. So as soon as I'm done with her skin, I'll look up and catch up on all the comments. I just can't do it right now, or the nice smooth blend that I'm trying to get will be ruined, because Copic Marker is it's a ink that's alcohol based, kind of like rubbing alcohol, and it dries very quickly on the paper. But once it dries, the catch is that it doesn't blend nicely if you try to put more color in there or like keep working on what you started. You can't. It's kind of a one-time shot. It's great for blending while it's wet and sucks for blending once it's dry. So I'll catch up shortly. All right, so I'm gonna start adding in, oh, I'm sorry, I was off the stream. I was off the paper. Here we go. Okay. I'm gonna start adding in some purple here. And I'm gonna do the BV 000. I started with the 00 and I think that was a little bit too much. Using the C0 and the C00 here. Now I'm going to get C1. I'm just looking for one of my colors here. Sorry if I was off board. No, thank you so much, Jason. Okay, I'm hearing things. If Sherlock's not in here, I'm just gonna be so confused because I feel like I hear him. Yeah, right? It would be hilarious if Sherlock just all of a sudden jumped on my desk. He's done stuff like that before and just terrified me to no end. Which is why I think he has me a little bit on edge, because he does do shit like that. Oh my god, he got a tick on his leg? Oh my goodness, Kylie, I'm so sorry. Alright, I'm checking here. That was for Don McTeigue. What was okay? Oh, thank you, Kylie, about the upturned nose. I really appreciate that. Okay, so I've got that part done. Now let's do her bust, and then I'm gonna go in and do her makeup and her eyes. Actually, real quick, I'm gonna put in the color that I need for her eyes. So I made her eyes pretty big, as you guys can very clearly see. But I need to have the shadows in the right places here. Okay. I think I'm gonna give her golden jingle balls instead of the blue ones, or at least, you know, the silver looking ones, because I think they'll stand out a little bit more. We've got a lot of the bluish silver going on, and I think that having a little bit more gold will also holiday-ize this a tiny bit more, which I would like to do. Hopefully everybody's cool with that. Wallflower, thank you so much for the follow. Hypno Kitty! Yay! No, I wasn't planning to, Hans. What happened? Like silver bells. Oh my god, you had a leech? That is awful. I'm so sorry, Kara. Alright, so let's put away the cool grays now. I'm trying to clean as I go because otherwise I'm such a disaster when I'm coloring. Oh my goodness, such a mess. Oh, that's so sweet of you, Harkole. Thank you. All right, so now she needs some makeup and she needs her eyes done. So Harley has pretty light blue eyes. So I want to get the light blue really showing up here. And then I would like to really accentuate kind of the highlights on her eyes too, which is why I made her eye color like the blue insinuating the gray of her eyes and the whites of her eyes. I made it pretty dark because I want to put like a pop of white in there and have it really stand out. Oh, Force Falcon, thank you. That is a good idea. Olivia, I did the sketch at a store signing, and the layout, this little guy, I don't know, it took me a couple minutes. And then this part I worked on the stream on Friday and then today. I don't really know how long it took me, and it's a question I get asked a lot, and I don't really understand. What is it about wanting to know how long something took? Is it to figure out how fast people should be, or I never understand that one because I get asked it all the time. And I'm just curious as to why. Okay, and B45, let's get some color on in here. B95. Interesting. That's funny. Okay, I'm having a hard time getting this to like actually stay on screen. I don't know what is going on with me today, and I can't seem to get it to be in the right spot, and I keep going off screen a little bit. I'm sorry, everybody. Harley's camera shy. Yeah, for some reason I've just had the hardest time keeping on screen with this one. Okay, now put away the C's. Oh, see you later, Larry Artman. Thank you so much for hanging out. Keeman, it's going great. Yeah, Harley is causing trouble. Big time. Quite vexing, you know. Very, very true, Gabriel. All right, let's get, there's a few things that need to be done. I need to do her makeup, so her eyeshadow and her lips, and then I want to start doing all the extra little bits. So I'll finish her makeup and her lips, and then we'll do the rest. So her makeup is the typical blue and red. Or blue and pink. So it's blue on the one side, on the red side, and red on the other side. Or maybe it's supposed to be the black and the red. Oh, thank you, Tanis. Thank you so much, Harkle. Okay, let me see. I'm just checking our full examples. Cupcake, exploding cupcake, chattering teeth. Well, I mean, my intention is for it to be kind of like the sound of a ticking clock, or, you know, like a ticking bomb inside, or the clacking teeth. So that's what I was thinking to just put, like, right here and right there would just be like tick, 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 so that, you know, she's listening to whatever it is and being like, huh, what is it? Oh, thank you, Ashley. get a little bit more color right here. Okay, this is where I have to have my head pretty close to the paper, so I'm sorry if my hair is in the camera and kind of in your line of sight. Many apologies, I just need to really see what I'm doing, so I'm gonna have my nose on the paper right now. Okay, and now I'm just gonna get a little bit more of a black line in this part where her lips are a little bit pursed. Go. And I'm gonna do a little bit of white jelly roll pen on the side here. Oh, is Hans leaving? Oh, am I 2 away from 1,000? Yay, that's awesome. If anybody new just followed me while I was looking down, thank you so much for the follow. See you later, Hans. There we go. Get some highlights on there. Yeah, I only see 988 as well. But either way, thank you all so much for thank you to everyone who has followed me thus far. It's very, very appreciated. Okay, so this is where I'm at right now, and you know what, guys? It's dinner time. So I might call it a day for right now. How about I just do one last little bit on stream and finish off her makeup, and then I'm gonna go have dinner. I'm so hungry. Oh, thank you, Wolf Runner. So this is where she's at right now. She's got nice glossy lips, and I'm gonna try to make sure that it looks like she's got her finger directly on her mouth, right? But this is where she's at. I'm happy with it so far. I'm gonna give her golden bells on her hair, and then it's gonna be a green and a purple gift box, so that'll be really nice and easy. I'm still thinking about what color to make her gloves. So that I'm probably gonna think about and just decide off stream, but I'll post it all tomorrow probably, because I'll finish it off tonight or tomorrow morning. But yeah, this was so fun to hang out with you guys. This is always so much fun. But before I leave, I am gonna do her makeup. So it looks like Oh, Noshel, thank you so much for the follow. I think that I'm gonna do her makeup with the black and the red on either eye, but I'm not gonna go crazy with it because it's a holiday one, and I don't think she needs to have like extreme makeup going on. And I found the easiest and best way to do Harley's eye makeup is to do it with colored pencil. It kind of looks the best, it's the easiest to apply, and it doesn't end up having that harsh line, I guess, that happens when you end up with Copic marker that has dried. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this now with pencil. Oh, thank you, Totally Confused. You're awesome. Okay, I'm just making sure that the jelly roll that I put down is dry, and it is. So I'm gonna do the red makeup around her eye that's closest to the black hair. So I've already put a good bit of the shadow that was needed under her eye as far as the cool gray and what was needed. See, her eyes do have shade and shadow around them already. So now all I'm doing really is just putting in the color to give her the actual eyeshadow tone that she is supposed to have. Oh, Ashley, the jelly roll is a Sakura jelly roll pen. And you can get them from Michael's usually. Is this black? Yeah. I thought my black pencil was shorter. I guess not. I have more black pencil than I thought I did. Woot woot. Okay, I'm just checking. Oh, Treknut, hello! Welcome to the stream. I'm almost done for today. So I apologize to anybody who's just gotten here and I'm leaving. But I'm working on a commission for the holiday market and for Harcool Cosplay, who is on the stream today. So it's really fun to work on a commission for someone who is here. And you know what, Harcool, what do you think about me doing the red and black on both eyes? Here, I'll zoom in a little bit more so you can see it. Because I can just do black on this other eye, or I can do red and black. What do you think? Oh, Condition Black, thank you so much for the follow. Whatever I think. The next one I'm gonna do is on Wednesday, and I'm probably gonna be working on Lady Death cover. So my Hell Fry Queen, thank you for the follow. What I'm doing, is I'm gonna be working on probably the sketch for the Lady Death 25th anniversary cover. So lots of different artists are taking part in that. And so I'm just working on my submission for said project. So tomorrow I'm going to start in on the layouts and get them off for approval. And then I'll be working on the sketch on Wednesday, probably on stream, and then hopefully start in on the final line art and do some of the final line art on Friday for my stream on Friday, and then the following week I'll be working on the digital colors for both versions. So you guys will see all of that next week. Whoop whoop! I hope I come up with a good idea. That's my job for tomorrow, is to come up with the ideas. No, the store signing was not streamed, Ashley. I'm sorry. I was just at the store doing doodles. No, well, Lady Death Booty could work, but I don't know. Yay! 1,002 followers. That's awesome. Thank you all so much for the follows. My goal was to have 1,000 follows by the end of the year. So you guys helped me get the goal so much earlier, and I appreciate that. Thank you. The store signing was really fun. It's true. Lady Death's outfit would work. Oh, hi, Vanagon Bananas. Oh, thank you so much, Totally Confused. I really appreciate it. Thank you all so much. And thank you to the new follow. I don't know how to read Korean. I really apologize, but thank you so much. Hypno Sherlock. All right, so I'm actually using the black a little bit in the shading, kind of like I'm going outside of my inked lines just like by a tiny, tiny little bit, because it helps to soften the line on her eyes, and I think it's really, really helping to not make it look so harsh and intense. There we go. The Moobot's being... I'm sorry, Kylie. Thank you all so much who have entered the contest. I guess this one would be considered more or less I think it's the second, yes, I think it's the second prize is what this one could kind of be. And then the first prize is, of course, much bigger. But this is where the piece is at right now, and I hate cold food. And my food is getting cold, and that kind of sucks. So I'm gonna go get dinner, and I'll wrap this one up maybe either tonight, or I'll use it to start the the Witchblade stream, which I'll do maybe next week. So here is the Witchblade that I'm working on. And all I need to finish is her dress. So maybe I can do the wrap up of both of these pieces on the next stream. Okay? So thank you all so much for hanging out with me. Thank you to all the new people who have followed me this weekend and today. I appreciate it a ton. I love you all lots. Thank you for being on my stream. Thank you for following me on Facebook or Instagram. To those of you who are taking part in the contest, thank you for that too. You guys are an encouragement and are wonderful in every way, and I hope you have a wonderful week. I'm still waiting to hear back on the red dress because, well, actually it's waiting on me. I'm gonna send him a digital look at it. Oh, thank you all a ton. Lots of love to you guys. You guys rock so much. Have a great week. Get some rest. Be ready for Monday. Let's all get ready for Monday. And I'll be in touch when I get started on the Lady Death work, which is my work for next week. Love you all lots. Have a good one. Heartcoal, I'll be in touch when this one's finished, and see you at the holiday market. Thanks, guys. I'm not on the top of my game today. You guys are amazing. Have a good one. Love you lots. Enjoy your week. Bye.